Watch the tournament live at octagon.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the next bout, middleweight bout, 3 5-minute rounds, and the referee in charge is Václav Přibyl. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we'll start in the blue corner. 32 years old, 181 centimeter tall, weight in 84 kilo. Represents a Renegade Prague gym. Coaches in his corner are David Vyvážel, Jakub Dietrich, and Mario Balázs. He has a professional record of 19 fights, 12 wins, 11 finishes, 1 draw and 6 losses. Fighting out of Czech Republic, David Sparťan Hošek. Across the cage in the red corner, 33 years old, 181 centimeter tall, weight in 83.9, represents LOH in Bremen. Coaches in his corner are Till Stritter, Daniel Lichtenberg, and Ibrahim Yusupov. He has a professional record of 11 fights, 8 wins, 6 finishes, 1 no contest and 2 losses. Representing Nerura Cup team Progressus and fighting out of Germany. Number 9 middleweight octagon ranking, JAIME Cordero.
Václav Přibyl in charge of this. You'll guess just how exciting this fight was. I don't know if you saw the smile from Andre Novotny as he was waiting for this one. Unbelievable stuff. We are set. We are ready. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds should we need them. I'm not sure we will. Luke Cordero in the red corner. Hošek in the blue. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett, calling the action.
Do not blink on this one. Hošek loves a leaping left hook.
Yeah.
Very, very aggressive, dangerous striker, as is Cordero. His hand the lands, off balance and drops. Cordero, maybe a leg lock attempt here as well.
Oh.
Up kick.
That caught him, that caught Hošek. Now Cordero is coming off the back of 2 submission wins, and Hošek is coming off the back of a triangle win.
But have we seen Cordero on his back like this before?
Milan Datalinka, his last fight, he set up the head and arm from bottom to turn it around and get that.
Oh yeah, he used it as a sweep.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly,
that.
yeah.
And very explosive and aggressive. When he sees some sort of submission, he really does go after it.
And just so strong, Luke. That grip he's got. Oh, a nice elbow. Hošek now trying to rain the ground and pound down.
Yeah, those wild hooks. Trying to create some posture. I think it's almost good to let these two settle in on the ground a little bit. On the feet, it was going to be wild. You could sense it.
Stand them up.
Just settles them in. Here we see Hošek now trying to pass into half. He does so. Cordero looking for that Kimura. Again, so powerful and so strong. Has that wrist. Maybe going to use it. Has found success with it as well. The thing that you see with Cordero with basic submissions you don't expect to work so well. He just forces them with that energy and that power, and they seem to work. But I feel like against Hošek, he's as strong and as powerful, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that Kimura worked with Tabashiana, but Hošek is a different build. Absolutely would take some effort to rip that arm around the back.
Yeah, attempting those submissions from the bottom, I mean, it's very, very difficult to do, but he's managed to get success with it before. Now at the moment, trying to open up something. Referee asking for more action. Big swing and a miss. Maybe gives up the back there, needs to be careful.
Oh, go for the armbar. Go for the armbar. It looked like he was about to tap there. Belly down now. Can he make the adjustments? Hošek pulls the arm free.
He's saying it tapped, but the referee is saying continue.
Oh, that's going to cause some bad blood. If that was the case, we'll have to take a look back. Cordero not happy with that, saying he tapped.
Running him over now. Gets into the guard on top, see if he can lay some ground and pound. But that teaches that all young fighters out there never let go of the submission until the referee pulls you off. Even if your guys fighting and tapping, it doesn't matter. Referee decides when the fight ends.
Now, there's one thing with Cordero, sometimes mentally, we saw him get emotional with the Mazouk fight. And that's one of the fights he lost. When he switches off a little bit, and he's got to stay in the game now, right? The fight is still on, and that's just what he's got to deal with.
Yeah, he's on top, in top position, though, so running down these elbows now. 2 minutes remain in this dominant position. He's stacking his man at the moment, trying to push those legs down. Kicks off. Interesting to see if he lets Hošek up. Those up kicks.
Oh, just pushes his hips through.
Yeah, great positioning of the hips in front of the head. Needs to be careful of any leg lock attempt, though.
Yeah, Hošek wrapping up that right leg. Oh, that's a heavy right hand. And that's the risk with leg locks, you commit.
Seems so relaxed, does Cordero as he passes there. Not even bothered as he steps around. 1 minute and 10 seconds remain now as he's in the side control position. Has great shoulder pressure, trying to go into the mount and does it with ease. Again, he does things so simply, but they just seem to work.
Fundamentals. And add to that the brute power that he holds as well. Nice shot from the bottom, though, from Hošek there.
Yeah, trying to find some posture, some space to throw, but keeps those hips low and wraps up those legs. You can see how he's using the shins. That means that Cordero can't get posture, but it's very, very hard for Hošek to move out this position.
Oh,
now he's got the knees
now he's higher.
So now we can look for some posture.
Now in this brutal position,
Hošek just pushes him, and Cordero allows him to maybe take the mount.
Snaps into mount again, that right leg. 24 seconds to go in this first round.
Dominant positioning from Cordero, and lands that big elbow.
Looked like he was trying to jump to a mounted triangle or something there. Final seconds.
A chance now for Hošek to land that big left hand. Nice calf kick, nice and low, that hurt him.
Oh, there we go.
Shucks him back to the fence. Trying to use the legs is Cordero, big swing.
Those shots. And Hošek multiple times.
Again, that calf, that hurt.
Yeah. Watch Cordero go back to that. He chopped down Jakubanic with exactly that kick.
Well, they clash together. Cordero decides for that powerful double leg, gets the hands connected up against the fence.
Oh, committed.
And that just shows the development as well of Cordero, not just a striker. We've seen him get the submission victories, but now using wrestling to control the fight and avoid damage on the feet. Foot on the hip here. I think Cordero felt supremely confident at the end of that round when he had full mount. I think he's seen a chink in the armor and a weakness for Hošek, so he's happy to be on the ground, to be on top.
I will tell you there'll be a sight maybe coming around the back of us in a second. Not unfamiliar ahead of him making the walk to the cage. Carlos Vermola soaking up the atmosphere, the energy. Again, that trilogy fight goes down. Both guys laying their gloves down here. What an emotional moment that will be. But tonight, we will find out who will be the winner, who will take that infinity belt home. Right now, though, Cordero again with such extreme pressure on top, Luke.
Yeah, beautiful pressure at the moment, doing everything right, nice and high on the hips, forcing his man into the cage, using head position, landing some good ground and pound shots, not allowing that foot to get on the hip. See how he's got it now, that left foot. Cordero needs to beat that, beats it. Again, on the inside, still in the guard. So great work here from Cordero, but action is being asked of them by the referee. Maybe some posture here from Cordero. Needs to be careful of those up kicks.
Yeah, he's fully aware of them, uses that now, goes to side. A tough spot for Hošek here, right?
Hošek needs to try and use the fence to get back to his feet. Needs to get his hips back to the cage. Doesn't seem to have that in his arsenal. Doesn't seem to understand how to use the cage to stand back up to his feet.
Can opener again from Cordero.
Old school moves, like we said. The ones that he just used to utilize very, very well. Basic techniques, but he seems very powerful in those positions as he uses that can opener to control the posture. Foot on the hip at the moment from Hošek, needs to kick him off. Needs to kick him off right now with that right leg. Needs to make something happen. Steps over it. Makes an adjustment.
2 minutes, 10 seconds left of round number 2, and one-way traffic pretty much.
Yeah, not the fight that people expected. I feel like Cordero just understands the danger on the feet with Hošek, so he gets it to the ground, and he felt very, very comfortable ever since he's been here. Just needs to watch these up kicks.
Sits through, squashes Hošek down.
Yeah, and passes now to the side control. Still needs to watch that up kick. Arm is there as well if he wants to snap it and jump over for the armbar. It is there.
He's just making it a miserable time on bottom for Hošek.
Good hip positioning. Good control of the referee, keeping the feet out of the cage. Blood now.
Oh, that's a huge shot. Now he's opened him up. That is a massive moment. Cordero chipping away, and now that slicing elbow has opened up the forehead of David Hošek.
Hošek does well, though, to regain full guard. 1 minute remains in this second round.
Referee calling for action. Hošek almost looking to him, bleeding. Yeah, come on. Let's get back to the feet.
Slipping now a little bit, trying to get the posture, but slipping on that blood.
Oh, another elbow, just working on that.
This is a great fight to watch if you're another middleweight as well. You know, looking at Cordero, we've seen the flashy knockouts, but this is more of a grueling style of fight.
Thunderous elbows coming down.
Has very good positioning on the ground on top. Is smothering, miserable on the bottom for Hošek. Showing great fight IQ from Cordero. Needs to be careful he doesn't step over into something, though.
The referee might stop it just to check the cut. Well, yeah, he wants to check the cut. Time, doctor's coming in.
Yeah, blood.
Oh, look at
furiously pouring down, and it is above the head.
A mask of blood, but it's a huge blood. Gash. It's a huge gash. That could be it. The doctor is checking it. He'll be looking at not just at the position, the depth, the size. That's it. That is it. That is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know the results after 4 minutes and 42 seconds. The winner by TKO coming from the red corner, JAIME Cordero.
Watch the tournament live at OKTAGON.tv.